And we're live. How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome
Hey,
to Near
everyone.
Me
Doing well.
Condition. So today we're going to be talking about our favorite costumes we've worn throughout the years. From different years and from different points in our lives. Some of us look smaller and younger and a lot more drunker than we are right now, maybe.
I look exactly the same.
I was gonna say,
Exactly.
I don't believe that. We will see. So, who wants to start? Why don't we go with ladies first? Which one of you ladies wants to start first?
Amanda.
And you can
Sure, why not? Okay,
Okay.
because I've been eager to show my select few costumes. Some of them I don't think were appropriate for this time frame, but yeah, we'll see. All right, so I'm gonna screen
For the
share.
8:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Yes, exactly. All right. So let's go start with my photos. So, when I was in high school, I was a huge Lord of the Rings fan. Can everyone see those, by the way? And
Yes.
so was my friend Erica Tucker. And she and I decided to go as Sam and Frodo for Halloween. So, as you can see, we went to Goodwill, really Goodwilled it up, and got some fabric. I don't know I still don't remember where we got the leaves from to make our leaves of Lothlorien that go on our capes. But we glued hair to our hands and our feet. I tied my hair back because I was trying to go for the shorter hair and stuff. But yeah, I had the rosy cheeks because Sam's kind of, rosy and young. And so this was senior year of high school. So that would have been 2003 is when this picture was taken. So that was my first, I guess, best costume besides all my younger costumes. I don't have a lot of those in digital format. So the next one, I believe, is when I was in college and I lost a lot of weight and I was trying to be sexy and it was a mermaid costume. So this is my mermaid costume from senior year of high school or college. This is a 4-year time difference between the two pictures. And that's my friend Allison. We had a house party at our big house that we had, me and my 5 roommates, and there's also a picture of me doing a keg stand in that outfit, but that I did not know if was appropriate, so I'll mention it, but I will not show it on air. So that was me as Ariel, I guess. I had the wig, but I tried it, and I was not good at putting on wigs back then, so I stuck with my hair and just was a sexy mermaid. So what's my next one? I think my next one is my first Halloween party I think it was my first Halloween party at Andrew's house, and
Yep.
I was Sookie Stackhouse, and that's Omar, guys, right there, his nice profile.
I remember that costume.
So good.
That was the not a gynecologist costume. The year
Yes,
before that, I went as a gynecologist.
it's
That
true.
one is not a gynecologist costume.
Yeah. So that was my Sookie Stackhouse. I just got into the Charlene Harris series. I was reading all the books, and the TV show had just come out, and I was obsessed. And I had blonde hair, so did Sookie. I thought it was the perfect thing. So I had to make the apron, and I luckily bought that off of the HBO shop website. And of course, I had black, shorts and all that. So I put that thing together, and I'm pretty sure Rob has other pictures of me in that too, but from that night. Let's see, my other favorite one. Okay, so this is at Andrew's party again a few years later, and this is when Corey and I started really getting into couples costumes, and it was in 80s movies, I think, right? And so that is Elliot and Gertie from E.T., and that was a lot of fun making that basket that he has to try to hold that stuff in there. Mine was an easy costume. His was the getting that extra stuff and that terrible wig underneath his cap. But I liked that costume. It was a lot of fun. And I think that was the
See,
last costume. Go ahead.
now you could have your daughter as ET.
See, that's
Oh.
perfect. I can reuse this costume now. That's a good idea.
So you use
She'd
your
be a
kid
good
as a
ET.
prop.
Yeah, she would make a good prop. Well, actually, I think I have a picture later on where she is technically a prop, I guess, as I'll show you. So what's the next one? Oh, okay. So me and my sister one year decided Fall Out Boy came back. in 2013 with their new CD. I'm probably the only person who's excited. And my sister and I decided to go as Pete and Patrick from Fall Out Boy in their Just One Yesterday video. That's what it was, Just One Yesterday. As those two in that video. So we got all dressed up, got myself a fake hook, and I had the hat on because usually Patrick wears a hat.
Oh yeah, everybody knows that.
Everyone knows that, yeah. So,
I mean, everyone does, though, Omar, to be honest.
Thank you, Maddie. Yes, you know. So this is my sister pretending to be Patrick and Pete for Halloween, and we walked around Philadelphia like that because we had nowhere to go, and we just tried out. All right, so let's see the next one. All right, so this is a more recent one. So this is when my husband and I did the Team Rocket. And, of course, those are Omar's brothers, and they got in the act as Pikachu and Ash Ketchum. And that was one of my better costumes. I'd show you the one where I had to hand make the costume because these didn't come in on time because they came from China. And but that costume was not as good as this.
I don't know. That was the costume you wore the year before, and I thought it was great.
Well, thank you. I had to literally put the other one together the night before that party because I realized it was not coming in. And I got this for free because I was like, it's not coming in. I don't know where it's at. So they refunded my money, and then like 3 weeks later it showed up. So there you go. I have that costume that I can always use. I think, do I have one more? Yes. Okay, this is where I use my daughter as a prop. So that was last year, and we did Monsters, Inc., and I was Mike Wazowski, and my husband was Sully, and then my daughter was Boo, and she was just the perfect little Boo. It was a really good family costume. So that's when she used her as a prop. And for all of you who may have checked out my Facebook page and Instagram page last night, we did Teen Titans Go together. I think that's all the pictures I have. So yeah, so those are my favorite costumes from when I was throughout the years. So I guess I'll take it back over to the rest of the crew. And how do I exit? Okay, there you go. I'm back.
All right, welcome back, Maddie.
Yeah,
I vote Tina next because I'm looking for a couple more photos. I don't dress up for Halloween that much, so I was trying to find.
You dress up every day. Every day.
Well, that's the problem. I don't dress up for Halloween that much, but I'm almost done.
I feel you, Maddie, because I'm like, well, I really kind of just cheat and wear my cosplay, and then I don't take pictures during Halloween.
Right.
I specifically stuck to like Halloween that I've worn my cosplays for instead of pulling like cosplay photos to show you guys because we can do that a different day. Let's see. Let me start this.
You're dressed up right now, Tina.
Yeah.
Well, this is her Halloween costume.
These are Halloween costumes.
And you are Lydia from Beetlejuice, right? And
I am Lydia from Beetlejuice from the
Just the cartoon or the movie?
The cartoon only, not the movies. So if you can see, this is from early 2003.
I see a black screen.
Oh, let me do that then. Let's see. Exit. Well, that didn't work, so let me do it this way.
Oh wow! Is that your hair?
That is my hair back then. So this is
Wow.
Look at you, you're so goth.
Early.
Oh God!
I was very, very goth in college. Like,
My parents don't understand me. No one likes me.
I mean, like, my parents divorced. I mean, how much more depressed could I get? Everybody hated me except, my girlfriend at the time, which is now my wife. Yeah, the whole shebang. Skip a few years forward, and I thought it was a great and amazing idea to bleach my hair blonde.
Oh, that's your real hair? It's not a wig?
No, it's not a wig. Listen, if you're as pale as I am, don't do it because it looks heinous. But
I think hair bleaching is going to be a recurring theme.
Yeah, it is. But this is, I think, 2008 when we first moved into our house here. And I was Alice in Wonderland with a friend who was a Mad Hatter.
That is awesome.
It's-
Ooh, I like that.
So this is
Oh,
about.
that Velma though.
I know. I've probably gained about 10 pounds since this picture was taken. I think though this is my best, what I would call Sunday cosplay or closet, costuming, because I had every single thing in my closet.
Because
Didn't
you
know
dress
what
like Vilma, like you just didn't know it.
well, I guess I didn't know it. I mean, I wouldn't put these together normally. Like red and orange, in my opinion, do not go well together. But I just was like, you know what? I can do this. That is my real hair. So once again, that gothic
Wow.
girl dyeing her hair. This is probably, I think, 2010.
Wow.
And that's a heinous orange wall, which we no longer have. Now, this is getting into the kind of cheating territory because this is a cosplay. It's from Venture Brothers. But I did wear it to pass out candy. So it's Triana from Venture Brothers. That is, once again, my real hair on this one. This is kind of the early days of when I still kind of sometimes used my hair instead of wigs. And then I'm going to cheat a little bit because this is from a friend's party. I wore Jubilee, but you can't see me. But I want to point out two things.
You're not
Because
wearing anything under that raincoat.
Only,
Point A.
only in your dreams, Omar. I want you to notice the shadow back here that has a little top hat and ears. I'll show you my Jubilee, but I want to show you this guy too. My wife made his costume. And he literally wore it every Halloween, every convention. And I don't know if you can see what he is.
Is any Mr. What's his name from Legend of Zelda?
Yes.
Mr. Dingle? What the heck's his name? Mr. Tinkle?
Tingle?
That's it. Yes.
But it was the most badass Tingle I've ever seen in my life. Like, usually they're pretty gay. But it's awesome. Anyways, that's aside. I wanted to point that out. But here's my Jubilee. That's pretty standard. I tend to wear her really.
Wow, look at those short shorts.
I know.
That's awesome.
I've done Vulcan.
Oh man.
I love that. Oh my gosh. Please, let's please cosplay Star Trek. I love this. It's so good.
I've done Andorian, I've done Vulcan, and then I've done I can't think of the other race. They've got like a ridge. And then the Halloween costume that I'm afraid has scared more kids than not. Falco. I can't see anything when it gets dark in this mask, and I thought it was a really great idea. I was like, oh, kids love costume characters. Yeah, no. No one under 5 likes anything with a mask. They scream. And then I'll go to something that I wore this year. My wife and I, since we had Trick or Treat early, we decided to do witches because I got off work at like 6 and Trick or Treat started at 6. So I was just like, grab everything and just throw it together. But yeah, I don't typically go out drinking or get drunk or do anything. It's usually me and my wife passing out candy to kids.
Okay. Maddie, are you ready?
Okay. I think so. I'm really nervous about screen sharing because I
was
remember
too.
watching Omnibros with Jess. Whenever he screen shares, something awful happens. So I'm worried that would be me.
No, it's okay. I was trying to do a slideshow and it wouldn't work for me. So I was like, oh.
Did you delete everything you don't want to see?
Yeah,
Did
we're
you
good.
remove all the weird shit you're into from your desktop is the appropriate question.
Yeah, you should not.
Yeah, we should. It should all be good. Okay, so I'm gonna try it. And
Okay, fingers crossed,
hope that
Maddie.
I mean, we wouldn't
it
mind
goes okay.
seeing what's on your background anyways.
What?
We wouldn't mind seeing what's on your computer anyways.
Nothing really. This is all for reading comics and during this show, this tablet. So I had to download
You
photos really
talk
quick,
so
and I was like, oh
dirty.
wait, I don't have anything on here. Okay, I'm gonna try it.
Go ahead.
Your wish. Okay. All right. Are we good?
Aw.
Okay. So I'm not sure what order everything is in, but So I cosplay now, but my mom used to make all of our Halloween costumes, like all of mine growing up. And so I have a ton of really cute pictures of early costumes, like this dinosaur. And this one's my favorite. She made me Sailor Jupiter, although she gave me pigtails, which is incorrect, but I'll let it pass because this was very cute. So this is my proof every year that I've been cosplaying for a very, very, very long time. And my mom is a big part of that because she was always big into Halloween. And I think it's basically her fault that I'm this huge nerd now, whether she realizes that or not. So I always love this one because it's like she made the boot covers and everything. It was just perfect.
That's so cute.
I love that. Sailor.
There's a little chicken costume, I guess, or a duck. I don't know.
Big
I think this one was reused in the family. Sorry, the dinosaur's back again. I just want to show you guys how cute and pudgy I was.
And you're happy in that picture too. So that's a good.
Yeah, look. I like the crying one. I think it's cuter.
I know.
Of course, Raggedy Ann. I mean, it keeps going on, and there's a ton of these. And I wish I had some more from that time because my mom also made me some obscure stuff that I wanted. Like, I don't know if you've seen Quest for Camelot, but I wanted to be the main character from that. So she made it for me. No one knew who I was.
One with the dragon with 2 heads?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
So
wow, that's obscure.
this was last week.
Yay!
So this is my full OG Teen Titans group. Me as Wonder Girl, and we have Speedy and Kid Flash and Aqualad. I was pretty excited about this. And it was really fun. Oh wait, sorry. Don't show everybody my stuff. Rude. No, I want to go next one. Okay, sorry guys.
Oh, that's okay. That happens to Jess all the time when we do.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I've got more.
I just pretend like I didn't read any of them.
Yeah, we didn't read.
Well, let's do other ones. Okay, this is college. I was a big part of the international club, so you can kind of see me back here.
Yeah, I see it. Get those swords out of the way.
I know.
This is in Japan. We went to do purikura. I tried to do skull makeup. I had no idea what I was doing, but we had a lot of fun. So my friend was a witch, and my other friend was a Gundam person.
Your hair short?
Oh, yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
No, it was longer. I was hiding it.
Oh, wow.
So this is my de facto costume every year forever.
Is that Monster Hunter?
Yeah.
Yes. It's a Monster Hunter Kigurumi. And I
know what that means now because of Tina. Kigurumi. Got it.
Yeah. So I had that on today, too, at work. Sorry, guys. Oh, this is Danny Zuko.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow, you are
In high school.
You're such a hard ass.
How'd you do the hair? I'm curious. Did you just slick it back in a ponytail, or what'd you do?
Yeah. So I was in color guard, which means I had a lot of hair gel.
Oh, yeah.
So I just put my hair back in like a low ponytail and then give myself a little poof. Little baby pompadour.
That is so cool.
So this is somewhat cheating.
Dan! Does he have the...
Yeah.
Yeah,
but I have a
Dan's not
Fiona.
cosplaying the female version.
Okay.
I think mine's a little bit sexier, but
Yeah,
we'll have
that's
to wait
true.
and see.
Man, if you want to see a sexy Finn, I encounter one like every time I go to Dragon Con. I've got a couple pictures of him and plus my Ice Queen.
Oh man, you're Ice Queen. That's a hot one. We need to have our cosplay photo day where we just show that.
Man, I don't even recognize you with blonde
this to
hair.
Halloween parties and stuff too, because it was pretty easy and recognizable.
Mm-hmm.
I don't wear as much anymore, just because it's the skirt is difficult to deal with. And then of course, Magikarp.
Yeah.
Magikarp!
Was always a big hit at cons and at Halloween parties. It's really easy to put on, and it's ridiculous, so it's always really fun. I put cosplay photos in there just to prove that, like, I don't do Halloween that well because I'm doing this the rest of the year.
That's awesome.
Oh man, those are amazing.
Yeah, those are really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me. I don't know if I talked too fast, but there it is. Quick little story, though, because we're talking about Halloween costumes. Today, I dressed up at work.
Were you the only one?
Yeah, were you?
Yes.
You were Ruby, right? Like
In my office. Yeah, so I was Ruby from Ruby, which is a Rooster Teeth show.
Mhm.
Now that one has like it's like a black dress. It has like a red hood. So I was like, oh, I'm Red Riding Hood. It's not a big deal. And then one of my coworkers was like, oh, are you dressed from a Japanese animation? She's most of the workers are Chinese there, my coworkers. And I was like, no, it's nothing. Like, I mean, technically it's not, but I was like, don't call me out here, please.
That's awesome.
Don't wear
Anyways.
anything one piece; they'll definitely recognize you.
I know. Which, if I had something one piece, I would have maybe. But all of my one piece stuff is not work appropriate.
You could
So
have just worn the chopper kigurumi that Elliot.
that's true.
all right, Dan. Would you like to go next?
All
Sir?
right. Yes. All right. Here we go. Screen. Oh, come on. There we go. All right.
Infinite loop.
Yep. Infinite loop. All right. Here we go. Can you all see that?
Goodness!
All right. So this is. Gosh.
Is that
What's that?
Youngbloods?
No, Billy Idol.
Billy Idol.
That is Billy Idol.
Oh my gosh.
This is from 2003.
Dang.
And yeah, that is the second time I have bleached my hair for a Halloween costume. The
Commitment.
first time is, hang on, stopping the screen sharing. There we go. All right, the first time is when I dressed up as Trunks,
I remember.
Oh my gosh!
and I realized I'm
Damn.
dating myself by holding up an actual photo.
Oh, Ellie's
Wow.
in the background.
But yeah, there is not only the bleach, but there is also the 50 pounds of hair product that still didn't get my hair as tall
Oh,
as I
dude,
wanted it.
you hung up Dragon Ball Z posters in frames, you fucking nerd.
That's back when I was internet famous.
You know, all the
You
ladies
gotta
were like, "Oh
understand.
shit, this motherfucker's got money. That poster's free."
All right. So then I've got, there we go. All right. So this that same year that I was Billy Idol. Here's Omar's costume from that year.
Oh my gosh!
That was leftovers.
That is a nice haircut, Omar.
Look
Look
Yeah,
at
Omar.
And I
And
wrote
from that
dark meat
same
on
year,
it.
here is
Yes,
Andrew's costume.
Andrew.
Yes, Andrew.
Dude, that's awesome.
Let's see. Then
We are not allowed to judge people's hairs, Maddie. Okay, this was the early aughts.
Early
Coming out of
odds.
the '90s, and we didn't want to give them up.
so then one of my favorite costumes I've done, Cobra Commander. Here, this is
That is so
Megatron
awesome.
down there in the holster.
That's awesome.
Then we did Han Solo and Princess Leia one year. I'm going mainly for costumes that are easy.
Yes.
So this was the first year of law school, and I had to do something for barrister's ball, and we had to do something that we could do as a couple. So this was it. Then in 2009,
Oh,
Remember that.
I was Max from Where the Wild Things Are.
that is so
And-
cute.
Then 2010, I went with a Green Lantern costume that I bought from the internet. That you couldn't even tell that those weren't my real muscles.
So realistic.
You really filled out that costume, Dan.
And I was not the only superhero that year.
Hey, there's Melanie.
Oh,
Yep. Let's see. And then here is my sexy Finn.
yeah. I loved the sword.
That's
That was
great.
so cool.
And then when I think I got a little too clever in 2016, I was the disaster menu from SimCity.
Oh my gosh.
And then finally, because Maddie showed childhood pictures, I also pulled one of those out.
Oh.
And that is me and my sister probably from 83, maybe, 84. Yeah. So, and I'm sure my mom made both of our shirts.
That's awesome.
That is so cute.
Yeah, those of us who don't do cosplay on like a semi-professional basis, you know, I feel like the bar is a little high, but I'm doing my best here.
Yes,
No,
we try.
I think if you cosplay, you tend to slum it up on Halloween because you're like, oh.
Don't want to show up
every year, Halloween gets here, and I'm just like, oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I
I
don't
really
want to do any
want
work.
it, but I don't want to. Let's buy something this time.
Yeah, this is the most work I've done this year in a long time, and if it wasn't for Amanda and Omar dressing up for Halloween and Titans and Teen Titans, I would not have. But I was like, oh,
Really?
yes,
That was your
group.
idea? I thought that was your idea.
No.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
I did this in like a day.
Most of my costumes that you are about to see, believe it or not, were done in less than a day. I was the type of guy that would just go to Goodwill the day before and
that dark meat. I mean, it must have taken like
let me tell you something. Can y'all see my screen?
Yes.
hours.
Okay,
How
good
did
deal.
you
Good
get
deal.
it on? Okay.
I had
You like super glue?
I had to get people to help me. I think even Dan helped me. But anyway, this was the first year of the Halloween parties that kicked them all off for us. And this was at Travis's house. Our buddy Travis, who is really well off, had these infinite bottles of tequila. And, oh my god! It was like going to a fucking gas station where you get like a soda and another one comes and takes its place. That's what it was like with tequila. It was amazing. Anyway, then this was 2004, I think. I was a porn star.
I thought you were a Backstreet Boy.
Oh, that would be a good one too.
No, that's my brother here. I think he's a priest. I was a chest burster.
That's nice.
So I found that at the Goodwill, along with the jacket. So that's what I would do. I would find things at Goodwill, and then I get ideas. Rob has a lot more pictures, but he's not here right now. This was a really popular costume because people didn't know what I was. I was just a gangbanger. And I was like, and people were like, "Are you dressed?" And I'm like, "Yes, I don't normally wear like anything like this."
Yeah, I know you.
Long before the witty costumes, I came up with my own little costumes, and I think now I see these like marketed everywhere.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
So I took a box and just did some things. Yeah. So I was pretty creative the day before Halloween. I wanted to show this because that's our buddy Andrew right there. He is the guy that runs the camera. This is Dan dressed as 007. I don't remember what I was this year, but I'm pretty lit at this point. But I just want to point out that we are around 3 women, and Andrew, for some reason, is looking at me. Just pointing that out. This, if you guys have ever seen Monster Squad, my brother dressed as Fat Kid, and I was Rudy, and Andrew was Teen Wolf, I think.
Yes, he was Teen Wolf.
Yeah, so, you know the joke, Wolfman's got no nards, so we reenacted that.
I remember that.
That is Storm Shadow, and that's all I got.
Hey, it looks like we got Rob.
Oh wow.
Hey there.
Hey, Rob.
All right, so that's we have all shared our pictures. Rob,
It's your turn, buddy. You came just in time.
Right in time.
Unfortunately, my computer's having issues, but I have some great pictures of Omar that I'd love to be able to share if I can get the computer to turn on.
wait, we were just talking about how we don't share some pictures though. Like, let's make that.
I was
You
pretty
can-
liberal with what
yeah.
I
We
found.
share
Oh, shoot.
all of those pictures.
All
We
the
don't-
ones of Omar, definitely.
We don't need to do that.
If I can get the computer to work, I will be happy to show you all the wonderful things I found.
What are you wearing, dude? What's around your neck? Have you gone like punk on me?
This is my Wakanda a whole bunch, because it's not Wakanda forever.
Oh, he is wearing. Oh, wow,
Oh.
he is wearing it. I didn't realize that's really what it was.
There you go. Yep.
Did they come with a hoodie?
That's awesome.
Yes, the shirt came with a hoodie. It did not come with this awesome necklace. This awesome necklace is there's a cool dude who works at my local grocer, and he ordered 2 accidentally. He was like, "Who would really appreciate a Black Panther necklace?" And racism prevailed, and then he gave it to me.
Rob, I have to say, your costume right now reminds me of our costumes from the 80s that were a plastic mask and a poncho with the character's face on it.
Those
awesome.
are the best. Those are the best kinds.
And wasn't there like a huge recall on them, like because people were suffocating? If I'm not mistaken.
I think that's fake news,
that
Omar.
may catch fire and stuff, but they were fine.
It was
Yeah,
fine.
I mean,
Almost fine.
Skeletor always wore a shirt with his own face on it. It was fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
All right, Rob, did you reboot the computer?
Yes, the computer's rebooted. First of all, I'd like to apologize for the delay. My kid, we're trick-or-treating in the mall, and they were being fine and great, and all of a sudden, one of them goes, I think I dropped my blanket. It's like, oh boy. So I just spent the last, maybe hour in the mall, checking every store, every trash can, and right when we were giving up, right when we were done, we're walking out, and she's half in tears, and I'm just upset too, because this is not the first time that a child has lost their blanket in a public place. And I see a dude hunched over, and the blanket was under his butt. So he just happened to be sitting on the blanket in the middle of the mall in one of the benches. And I was like, are you freaking serious? Did you not think that maybe I shouldn't sit on some random blanket? Maybe it belongs to a child. But grabs the blanket, and that's why I apologize for delay. But hey, we're here.
Did you say anything to the guy first, or did you just go up to him and pull a Venkman in the hotel and just yank it out from underneath?
That's exactly what I did. I
That'd been
yanked it
awesome.
out from under him in a fit of rage and fury.
The flowers are still standing.
The things we
Yeah,
do
yeah.
for our children.
Oh, dude. Yeah, there's a story that I will not tell right now about the first child and her blanket. She also lost her blanket at Keeneland. Omar, you might remember that. You might have been with me when that happened. And that was a
Crazy.
terrible time. So those of you all who have children or are about to have children or want to stay away from children, heed this. Never take blankets anywhere. Even if they're like, but Daddy, I want a blanket. No. Say no. Can't do that. No
Yeah.
thanks.
I will say
All right,
I
I'll
never
switch the
thought
computer. Let's see what happens.
I never thought I would say the things to another human being that I have said to my children.
I agree with that.
So many weird things that have come out of my mouth.
We got so many Robs right now.
All these problems, hang on. I don't know how to use computers.
You had one job. How have you been in IT for over 30 years and still suck?
I want to tell you about that too. How do I make the phone stop? All right.
Oh, no.
So as you know, my previous job, I was literally
Too many Robs.
the worldwide audio video guy, right? Uh-huh. And so we do these game tests at work. I'm so sorry. Let's see.
How's this happening?
I don't know.
I know what'll fix it. There we go. That'll fix it. Okay. So we do these game tests at work, and we talk. We use Discord or whatever on a headset and things like that. And I'm the guy whose mic never works. My mic never works, and I always get the same crap. Rob, didn't you do audio, video, worldwide, social communication stuff for 20 years, and yours the mic it doesn't work? Guilty as charged.
So you got pictures, right? Sometimes tonight you got pictures. I mean, that's
We're
what we're
all
waiting
ready
on.
for them.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm gonna boot you out.
Let's see. Okay. How do you share?
Jesus H Christ.
Oh, he missed the tutorial before.
The tutorial
started.
of hitting the button that says
Hitting
screen
the
share.
button.
You're right. Of the screen. Hover over it, you'll see screen share.
I'm just facetious. I'm sorry. You don't have to mansplain that to me. I got it.
Whoa. Whoa.
Time, Rob.
Let's see.
Sorry, Tina. He just wanted to mansplain to you about how you didn't have to mansplain it.
Yeah, you
there's
don't
a lot
have
of
to mansplain. You don't have to
today.
mansplain to me.
I do have a serious question. Do we need the other Rob in this chat, or can I boot him out?
Make sure you don't boot the wrong Rob, though.
I enjoy seeing that professional looking photo though. Right
All right,
there.
let's see if this works.
Oh,
Are you
boy,
sure you
here
want
it
to
comes.
check this?
See it.
Yeah, we don't need to see me. I've already shown my 90s early aughts haircut that Maddie was busting my balls about.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's gonna get better.
I'm glad how you've upgraded that. You know, some people they say they get better with age, Omar. So there you go.
Hey, that haircut, okay, got me a lot of tail. Just saying.
Don't think that's true.
Shut your dirty whore mouth.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right. Let's push the share button.
Okay,
Let's see. Here we go.
got everybody on this.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
What do y'all see?
Oh, hey.
Pictures
those
of
pictures
Omar.
me. We've already seen those pictures, Rob. Wait. Yep, we don't need to see that one again because they were making fun of my hair.
Look at those baby cheeks, though.
Yeah, Omar looks great in this picture.
No, because the bottle of tequila's half empty. All right, continue.
True. This is you,
Yep.
your wife, and my wife. Thought that was pretty pimp.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay.
This is you with the chest
I feel like
burster.
it's like deja vu all over again.
You picked the same pictures Omar did. He was
Did I
like,
really?
yeah,
What about this one?
not this one.
Oh yeah, this is the year I went as a gynecologist and Melanie went as my patient, and we announced to everybody that she was pregnant.
That's
So
awesome.
this
Hey guys, no one on YouTube can see Rob or what he's sharing.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh no.
We've just been looking at Maddie, looking at the camera for.
Yes.
oh my
look at-
gosh, you're right. I'm looking at it right now. That's so upsetting.
That is weird.
Oh
how are you? Wait, how do you suck so bad at this?
There we go. I screen shared.
Okay, so Tina's screen sharing. This is the most fucked up way to show it. I can see it. Can everybody see it in the chat? Okay, can we see it?
You see
Philip,
it?
Philip,
I can
Jeff, anybody
see it
chat?
in the chat, but I can't see it on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah, his
Interesting.
screen's not visible. It doesn't even show
Okay.
that he's in our.
All right, so Tina is going to
Oh,
screen
no,
share.
there it goes. All right.
Are
You
you
I'm keeping an eye on YouTube. I still just see me. I'm very worried about it.
It says you are screen sharing and
Okay.
presenting to everyone.
We're good.
Okay.
We're good?
Working now, kind of.
Okay. All right. So you saw this picture. Omar
Right.
dressed in white.
Yeah, can we never see that again?
Okay. And this picture with Omar as a chest burster.
Yep.
Okay. And this one, the picture of you being a gynecologist.
Announced
Yes,
baby Lydia being born that year.
And then this is one of my favorite ones.
Oh Jesus!
For those who can't see, it says "Insert here, free breast exam machine."
I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
Are you on the left, or is that just? Like,
Wow. You know what? Not to be racist, but yes, that is me on the
I
left.
thought so.
All right. So let me
Wait,
stop
what were
this.
you that year,
I
Rob?
was he
What
was
was I?
Yeah.
Charlie Murphy.
Oh, Charlie, really?
Charlie Murphy. I was a witch doctor.
The rapper? Oh, not. Never mind.
Yeah, the rapper Charlie Murphy.
Charlie Murphy, a
You
rapper.
talking about Murphy Lee?
Yes, that's what I'm thinking of.
Man,
Sorry,
shut your
yeah, I'm
whack
thinking of
mouth.
Murphy Lee.
Oh my goodness. No, Charlie Murphy was Eddie Murphy's brother. He passed away.
Oh.
Comedian. Wait a minute, we went to see him, Amanda.
Amanda, you are so racist.
No, but I couldn't even see the front of your costume, and all I saw were some dreads. I think was that what they were?
Yeah, I was a witch doctor that year.
Okay,
That's
not
what it was.
Charlie Murphy.
Yeah, I was a witch doctor. I'm gonna try, and I apologize for the technical snafus
You need to apologize to Maddie because her face was on YouTube.
for all this time.
8
I'm
minutes.
so
Yes,
embarrassed.
Lord
I'm
knows
in the
that
chat
none
right
of us
now.
want our faces on YouTube. That is the worst.
Oh my
How
god,
dare
this
we?
face looks so like I don't know.
Yeah.
It comes after my bra. It's very serious. And it was like a whole minute. And I was posting in the chat. I was like, sorry guys. I was like, my face looked like for a whole minute. And my Kevin was like, it was longer than a minute, Madeline. I'm like, oh no.
Great. Sorry, man. Welcome to near mid
I got
condition.
distracted at some point. I was like looking at my cat.
Were you burping or picking your nose? You're fine.
No, luckily
Luckily,
not.
not this time. All right, Rob, was that all the pictures you had? You weirdo of me?
No.
None of you.
Millions and millions and millions of pictures.
It's almost as if you didn't know this episode was coming.
No. I did, but again, technical snafus. I apologize. Let's see. I'm trying to bring up screen sharing again. The last time I brought up screen
good
sharing,
costumes, Rob.
it didn't go well.
Yeah, like there is a folder on the drive that has your name on it that you can just look through if you want.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Yes. Remember when I? No, fuck me. Damn it.
Well, let's see.
Yeah, there's a whole
Well,
I
let's
used one of them in our promo.
Can someone other than Rob share?
I can share the screen. Hold
and
on.
then Rob can narrate what the pictures were.
Okay, I'm sharing my. Can everyone see? I'm sharing
He
the
might
screen.
break the internet again.
Okay, can everyone see Rob's pictures? Oh.
Yes, I got you.
Okay, so Rob, you can explain, and I'll just click through because, I don't want to explain something wrong.
What are you supposed to be here?
All right. In this picture, I am Pac-Man, and I'm holding a ghost monster. And that particular year, I was. We actually all coordinated. This is one of the few times. If you have a family, you have children, you know how hard it is to freaking coordinate a curse word costume. So, yeah, in this picture, I'm Pac-Man, and my girls were Ghost Monsters, and my wife was Miss Pac-Man. That was a lot of fun.
What is that blue ghost's name?
Ghost Monster. What
No. Oh, you are fired from the group. All right, next, Amanda.
Okay.
Isn't one of them Blinky?
No, that one's Twitchy, I think.
Twitchy? Do you hear yourself?
I think you're thinking Tinky Winky.
That's it.
The Ghost Monsters are Inky, Blinky, Pinky, Clyde, and
Are you Shock G in this picture?
Shock.
The Humpty dances.
So this picture started out with me being like Wario, and then I think I switched, Luigi, and then I think throughout the night I eventually turned into Waluigi. So yeah, that's Luigi, and then turning into Waluigi.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Next one.
That was fun. Okay. And
Wrath of the Black Manta.
this was fun. This is when we destroyed Travis's house, as we oft tend to do every year. Travis, we apologize for doing that, bro. I was a ninja, and what was fun about this year is not only was I a ninja, I didn't say anything throughout most of the night, and my sword had like cool blood on it, so I would cut fools up and then sneak away, and that was fun. That was a good year. You forgot I was a ninja.
Nobody's gonna get that.
Okay, that's actually a good question. Does anyone other than Omar know what you forgot I was a ninja? Does anyone know what that is?
No.
No.
Okay.
But apparently Philip Evans might in the chat. Is that what he's
No,
referring to?
no.
No.
Let's carry on. Philip knows.
Okay, so in this one, I'm a Mario brother, and Plumbing's the game. Was this the year that were there two Marios this year?
Yeah, there was a white Mario and a black Mario. And the drunker I got, the more I wanted you guys to fight.
Yes, you did.
I can only expect the best out of you, Omar. All right.
Always.
Next one?
Yeah, next one's fine.
Yeah.
I love this costume idea.
I love this
This is a great couple.
You want to do this one last, but that's fine. This is the year that Fran and I were Michael Jackson before Thriller, and Michael Jackson after Thriller.
I love that. I love that costume so much.
That costume is one of my favorite. So I was going to do Prince this year, but I things did not come together. And also, I'm still kind of hurt about Prince, so I don't know. We'll get to it. Okay, next
All right,
up.
is that it? That's the last one.
Nope, there's 3 more.
There is? Okay, keep going.
All right. This is Omar and I. This is where I was actually Luigi rather than Waluigi. So,
I had a costume at one point during the night, but I think what happens is the drunker I get, the more my costumes just fall apart and come off.
yes.
So I can't remember what I was. Something witty, I'm sure.
I bet I could find it.
Yeah, usually you take your costumes off by the time you're little lit up, right?
Yeah.
You just forget the whole thing. Except for
forget it's
Nightwing. You
Halloween.
can't take that off because there's nothing underneath.
There's a dancing belt.
That's about it.
That's
I'm
it.
glad we did not see that.
Me too.
All right. If you look in the drive, I've added the one that I wanted to add. A few more I wanted to add. Then we're good to go.
Okay.
All right, ready?
What you
Yeah.
got?
Next one.
So this is me. Do you remember that show on NBC, Chuck?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Vaguely.
Vaguely, that was a great show. So this is me, and I am Chuck. And Fran was also, she was the girl whose name is escaping me right now. But I made a name tag, and we were big nerds, and it was fantastic. But
That's awesome.
Yeah. I didn't think you were wearing like costumes this night.
Oh my
all.
gosh.
Oh my god.
Rob, can we even show this on YouTube?
Oh, I should take it
so
off.
this is a sex. I'm kidding. No, it's not. This is I think maybe Fran was a pirate, and I was her thing that she was hanging. And this, if you know, this is extremely offensive. So let's go to the next one.
Okay. No, there he is. That's the front of that
The Voodoo
costume.
Doctor. This is one I am second most proud of. I really enjoyed this costume. And I was a sexy voodoo doctor, and Fran was a very sexy voodoo. What do you call a voodoo doctor? That's a chick. Voodoo
I like
witch.
that necklace.
Witch?
She was.
What?
Witch.
A voodoo queen.
Voodoo queen.
I
Now,
just
this picture
remember.
Guys,
I have on
women can be
glasses,
doctors,
but
too.
Thanks,
I look
Maddie.
cooler. I look cooler without the glasses.
Wait, Maddie's speaking some foolishness. What did you say, Maddie?
She said,
Did you say women can be doctors too?
that's what she
that's what I
said. Yeah.
Who is implying that women can't be doctors? Madeline.
I mean,
Woman
who's a voodoo,
voodoo
nurse?
doctor.
Who's a voodoo nurse?
Women can be voodoo doctors as well. Hashtag feminism.
I think
All right.
they're the ones
Me
that
too.
started it. All right, is that
All
it?
right, last
Next
picture.
one. No.
Last picture.
Oh, that's a good one.
This was one of my favorites ones. This
Oh,
was
the
when I
Trump
was
Picture.
Barack Obama.
Oh,
And if you notice, my
Right.
pens say things like, and I can't really zoom in. My pens say things like, "Yes, we can," and "I'm not a Muslim, even though it's okay if you are." And I have a picture of him giving a quote unquote terrorist fist jab to Michelle Obama, and I was handing out like stickers and stuff all night. So I was very presidential that night.
Fran was dressed
Awesome.
as Sarah Palin that night.
Fran was dressed as Sarah Palin. That is exactly right.
that's
And she
Yeah.
awesome.
carried around a shotgun and a little red dress, and she was perfect. It was fantastic.
Yes.
She was a
Awesome.
sexy person. Sexy Sarah Palin is what she was.
All right.
There you go.
Is that
That's
the
it.
slideshow?
Yeah,
I
that's
think,
it.
is that it?
That's it.
All right.
All
now
right.
that Maddie's face has been on YouTube for the last 5 minutes again.
Sorry about that, Mads.
I'm still embarrassed.
You're fine.
You're fine.
At least you were picking your nose, so there's a good
That's
It
thing.
should've
That's
been a-
true. That's true.
been
You
a
weren't
lot
picking your
worse.
nose or doing anything offensive, so you're fine.
I'm a little disappointed in you guys. I thought this was going to be get in costume and talk about our costumes, and
I did
Well,
that
I've been in
last
costume
night.
for the last 2 lives as I did, but I did
Yeah,
wear
we
this.
yeah.
Let me put it on.
Wait, are you guys
wore
not
my-
in costume?
I wore my Halloween shirt. That also says Fall Out Boy, but yeah.
Wow, Maddie.
Nice.
I'm wearing my very sexy
Yeah, that is hot.
Wonder
Maddie.
Oh,
Woman
wow.
snuggie
Man,
that I
your
got from
body is
Tina.
amazing.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Those curves.
Now, Manny, I'll also say that Fran wore literally that shirt 10 minutes ago when we were at the mall. Like,
Oh, yeah?
that's what she has on.
The Snuggie?
Not the Snuggie version, just the T-shirt and the cape version.
Oh. What do you have on, Amanda?
Oh, my Halloween limited edition Fall Out Boy t-shirt that I got. That's my go-to Halloween shirt.
Interesting. Okay.
That's Dead Buddy on it. Yeah.
So, over the last few years, what would you say your favorite costumes were?
I mean, other than the ones we've shown, or just
Well,
out of all of
if you had to
those?
choose one of them, what were your favorite costumes?
Ooh.
We were in a group one year for Halloween. We went to like a pub crawl or something on Halloween, and our whole group was dressed up as the characters from the board game House on the Hill.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh wow!
Or like what was
Amanda's
it called?
favorite game.
Was it Betrayal?
Betrayal of the
Betrayal.
House on Haunted Hill.
Yeah, so we were each a character from that, and I was like the old guy, and we had Brennan Jaspers and
Jaspers.
And no one else knew who the hell you guys were.
No, we printed out extra the little
The little play
the
cards.
stats
Yeah.
and made them little badges. People would know, and nobody besides us, but it doesn't matter. It's still fun.
Tina, what about you? What was your favorite costume
My
Halloween
favorite
costume?
My favorite Halloween costume was probably when I was 5 years old. And I have a similar crying picture to Maddie's dinosaur, but I was a brown bear. And I had a Pillsbury Doughboy, like, stuffed plush, and I carried it with me, but the whole thing was, like, brown because my mom had painted my face brown and stuff. I'm sorry, Rob.
Racism.
I was a little brown bear. I was 5.
Oh
But
my
I was
God.
so
No, it's not
scared of
appropriate.
myself. But it's now my like favorite memory and my favorite costume, just because it was cute. It was adorable.
Yeah, racism is often cute and adorable. So is blackface.
Like,
What about you, Amanda? What was your favorite
my
costume?
favorite costume? I think my favorite costume has to be a tie between when I was Samwise Gamgee and the more recent when me and Corey did Teen Rocket. Those are my favorites. I can tell you my worst costume too that I'll never show. That is along the same lines of Tina's 5-year-old costume. When I was 10, I loved the Spice Girls, and my favorite was Mel B. Thank God my mom I didn't paint my face or anything, but I tried to like spray paint my hair black because I wanted to be Mel B. And I wore an army jacket. People just thought I was an army girl, and my hair looked awful. It just was terrible. It was awful. So I'll never do that again. I've learned my lesson.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean for this to be a couch therapy session.
Hey,
What about
good job
you,
triggering
Rob?
people.
Rob, what was your favorite costume?
So I'm gonna do this in stages of 3. My favorite costume as a family with like all these children is probably the Pac-Man costume because it was really fun chasing the girls around. They were crawling as like ghost monsters, and the front of them was like the ghost monsters that would chase you, but the back of them was when they're blue and they can get chomped. So like if I was running after them, I would be running after like them, like trying to chomp them. But if they turned around the other way, they would be running after me. So that was a lot of fun as a family. Since then, my children have had no desire to do any type of togetherness Halloween costume type thing. This year they were Nellie, the Princess Knight, and we were whatever we just happened to have. So that was my favorite as a family. My favorite before children was Barack Obama. That was very distinguished, and we showed you that picture. I really enjoyed doing that. I think I had Jello shots. Those were part of my like vote for me type of promotion that I was doing. You know, if you want to vote for me, take this Jello shot. America.
which is a witty slogan.
Hope in a Jello shot. And my favorite costume as a kid, and Dan, you kind of talked about this, those old plastic costumes that you could put on your chest or whatever. It's a toss-up between He-Man, because He-Man had the white face with blonde hair, so you can imagine a little 6-year-old me with like this. Well, actually, He-Man is pretty dark, so like I guess it kind of matches. Yellow hair and like the suit that you put on with all these like plastic muscles, and then the other one, me as a kid, same type of thing, was me as Pac-Man. Pac-Man seems to be a running thing. Like, so the mask, and I wish I could find a picture. The mask was this scary, like, Pac face trying to eat.
A little slit.
With a little slit. But it was kind of like a...
Gina Davis in Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Yes. So the face was this big yellow face, and like the body was like just black with like a maze on it, which makes no sense because Pac-Man doesn't have a body or whatever. And I was 5, and I freaking loved it. So those were my things: Pac-Man, Obama, and Pac-Man again.
All right, Dan. How about you?
All right. So, other than the ones I showed today, every year in high school, at least I remember it being every year. It might have been just a couple, but I had grand, elaborate plans for a costume. One year I was going to be Archangel from the X-Men with like automatically opening wings, and I worked on that for weeks. And then, as with many other costume ideas in high school, it didn't really pan out. And I was like, we're going somewhere at like 5 or 6 or whatever time, and I was out of time, and like my wings still didn't work, and I hadn't actually gotten any other parts of the costume. So, as I did many years, I would go into my mom's fabric closet and pull out some black fabric, cut some eye holes, grab a sword, and be Zorro. Every single year.
Zorro,
Awesome.
that's a great costume. I did that a couple years too, Dan. Zorro's dope.
I guess my turn. My turn, right?
Yeah.
Your turn.
Sure.
Your turn. Did you make your costume out of corn husks?
There were, I was gonna say we didn't have a lot of money growing up, so a lot of the costumes I got came from Goodwill, or they were hand-me-downs. So, and we didn't have Halloween in Peru, not like you guys do here in America.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember one year I wanted to be a Transformer, because like anybody here that grew up in the '80s knew like the plastic trash bags with a plastic mask that Dan and Rob were talking about. But
Oh yeah.
I don't know how, and I ended up with like my mom said, "Okay, we got you one," and I got like I think I was like I wasn't even a cool wrestler; it was a wrestler. It might have been like King Kong Bundy or somebody like that. And I'm like, well, okay. And she's like, look, we can make you into a robot. And I think she threw like some cardboard boxes on my arm, and I'm like, I look ridiculous, but I still went out. Nobody knew what the hell I was. And my favorite costume over the years that I didn't show, I know Rob and Dan have seen this one. So yeah, I would go to Goodwill the day before Halloween, and then one time I found this paint my nails Barbie thing. It was like half her torso, and it was like you paint her nails. It was for little girls.
Yeah.
So I tied her around. Somehow I got her on my back, and I drew a magnet on my chest. So I was a chick magnet, and had like other chicks on taped to me. I love that costume. That was pretty witty. So that was
a good one. I could probably find that picture if you want me to.
Nope,
Oh,
you're gonna
my
break the
goodness.
internet. You will break the internet. So
All right, fine. Fair enough.
So that's it. Is there anybody else any last words when we sign off? Like, what about the people in the chat? What were your favorite costumes? growing
Yeah.
up? Or if you're not watching this live, we'd love to know what you dressed up as. What your favorite thing you dressed up as? So leave
Well,
those in the
Jeff
comments.
said his favorite was Ben Cooper costumes and Shazam, the $6 Million Man.
$6 million.
Yeah, the Ben Cooper costumes were those ones we were talking about with the cheap mask and the with the tiny little air hole
You'd always
and the character's face on a
like,
shirt.
stuck in those.
That's awesome.
Like you'd stick your tongue out and get it stuck, and
Yeah.
I don't
That
know if I
never
had that
ended
problem,
well.
Tina.
well, I guess I was just a very licky kid, but like I wore like
Very
Raggedy Ann and Glowworm, and both of those had those masks, and like
Yes.
my parents just had to take the mask away from me because I kept getting my tongue stuck in it.
You were a glowworm?
Yeah, you remember
I love
Glowworm?
those glowworms.
Yeah, weren't you a glowworm,
my
Omar?
daughter.
No one
Nope,
dope.
not a glowworm.
I think Heather may have been like a Puffalunk one year, if you remember, like toy franchises. I mean, they sold you on the toys, the shows, and the
that?
costumes.
What is a puffalunk?
Yeah.
I have one. Well, I have others. Puffalunk. It was like the squishy '80s toys. They were, I don't know. They came like as lions. She's got a blue elephant back there. They're just really kind of like not filled well toys that are kind of made of windbreaker material.
Dan, you're the toy guy. Do you remember those?
No. No, I don't. But that's also a little bit outside my realm of expertise. Is it a robot?
No, it's a
That
plushie.
he's,
Yeah, that's
he's
pretty
already
much it.
done. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's call it a night then. Thank you everybody for joining us, and if you didn't join us live, thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you
Happy
guys.
Halloween.
Happy Halloween! And I got one more thing to say. We're gonna be changing up a little bit of the lineup or the way that we do our normal shows. So we're gonna have like a rotating table during our panels. So because now it'll be all 6 of us, and 4 of us will be talking about one thing, or 3 of us, or whatever it is. Just starting next week, I think, where we're talking about Doctor Who, the new
Yay.
Doctor Who,
Yay!
13th Doctor. So stay tuned for that. Now, our episodes will normally come out every Thursday. This was just kind of a happy Halloween episode. So thank you again for joining us. This was Omar. Everybody have a good night. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button.
Bye, guys.
Happy Halloween.
Bye.
Happy Halloween.